welcome everybody. Welcome to Privacy at Michigan. We are
Bermann, University's Chief Information Security Officer and Executive Director of Information Assurance.
And I'm Florian Schaub, Assistant Professor at the School of Information, and we're going to be your hosts today. So welcome to those who are here in person, but also those who are watching us in the live stream.
So this is our third Data Privacy Day event. We have over 300 people registered to attend. For those of you who are here in person, the West Conference Room is overflow in case you want to either we run out of space. We did have 300 registrations, so West Conference Room is overflow if you want a quieter space to watch remotely. No standing room only here, as we have been told.
Yeah, and whether you're joining us in person or online, you're again welcome, and please use hashtag #PrivacyAware when you're tweeting.
So what is Privacy in Michigan? It's our little way of celebrating Data Privacy Day, which is an international holiday observed every year on today, January 28th. Thank you, weather, for holding up. And it draws awareness to privacy issues, but also celebrates successes and solutions while also exploring the deep concerns and problems that we've been seeing around privacy. So did you know privacy is actually a human right in much of the rest of the world? And if you are interested in also participating more than just tweeting along, we continue to have the Privacy Card project, so say 6 words about privacy. You can do that online, or we actually have old school postcards that are available in the room across the way to write your 6 words about privacy. But why January 28th, I might ask Florian?
Good question, so let me switch to my professor lecturing mode. The January 28th marks the adoption of the first global privacy protection framework. Namely the Council of Europe's Privacy Convention, COE 108, which was opened for signature in Strasbourg, France on January 28, 1981. That's almost 40 years ago. A lot has surely changed when it comes to privacy in the last 40 years, if you think about the technologies we have today. This convention has actually been updated in 2018 and is still open for signature by countries around the world.
So, if you couldn't tell, privacy continues to grow in importance as a societal challenge, if not an imperative. Social media data is used to target political ads and manipulate elections. Your smartphones and smart devices are probably spying on you as we speak, whether you know it or not. Amazon, Google, Facebook, and others likely understand your preferences better than your family or your partner. And thanks to the New York Times Privacy Project and other media coverage, privacy scandals and issues are in the news almost daily.
Yeah, but not all is bad. Recent years also brought new protections for privacy. Europe's General Data Protection Regulation went into effect in 2018. Just this year, January 1st, in California, the Consumer Privacy Protection Act went into effect, which is the first comprehensive privacy protection law in the United States. And at the moment, and last year, bills both for a comprehensive federal privacy framework are in a discussion both in the Senate and the House. So maybe some point in the future we might actually see a federal privacy law. Fingers crossed.
So meantime today, we're going to look a lot more deeply at some of these topics and take stock of where we are, where we're going if we're not careful, and where we need to go. We're going to start with a keynote by Kathleen Kingsbury from the New York Times Privacy Project. There'll be a panel discussing privacy and ethics in a hyper-connected age, featuring panelists representing 5 major centers or initiatives here at the University of Michigan that grapple with issues of ethics and privacy in society more broadly. We'll have another panel on voice assistants and the Internet of Things and how these technologies affect privacy. This panel will give a glimpse at the future, if not the present, in voice assistants, privacy issues with smart speakers and smart technology, and how it affects children and lasers. So, finally, at the end, we're going to have a privacy research showcase and reception, also available during our breaks.
Yeah, and in addition, we want to make sure you're all involved and hopefully can keep this conversation going beyond today's event. Actually, as part, in the breaks, we will have students who are offering a privacy clinic, so you can learn about how you can yourself protect your privacy better in different topics. We will have a research showcase and a reception at 5 where students present posters on ongoing privacy research. And again, consider participating in the 6 Words of Privacy project. The cards are outside in the assembly hall as well. And keep tweeting, use hashtag #PrivacyAware, and follow along at UMichTech and at UMSI for live coverage of the event.
So this stuff is not just Florian and I. It takes a village, obviously. So there's a lot of people in the audience who have supported and helped. But we have a number of sponsors. So thank you, School of Information. Thank you, ITS, for your sponsorship. Co-sponsored or jointly participating organizations include Dissidents Event Series and the Center for Ethics, Society, and Computing out of the School of Information.
Yeah, and now it's our pleasure to introduce two privacy advocates and allies at UM who will provide brief welcoming remarks. On the one hand, they have Ravi Pendse, the VP for Information Technology and Chief Information Officer of the University of Michigan, and we got Tom Finholt, the Dean of the School of Information. Ravi, Tom.
Great, welcome everybody. Happy Privacy Day. I think I've been here for the whole ride. The mission of the School of Information is to help people use information with technology to make a better world, and I can't think of a more exemplary instance of that than the work that Florian and Schaub have been spearheading on the Ann Arbor campus and on behalf of the country and the world, which is to increase consciousness around privacy, make it salient to people, and that's certainly the theme of the speakers that you're going to hear from today. So I'm delighted to be able to help sponsor this event along with Ravi and others, and I won't be here for the next segment. I will come back for the later panels. Ravi.
Thank you, Tom, and Saul and Florian. Thank you for allowing us to be part of this program. It's a privilege to be here. I serve as your Vice President and Chief Information Officer. I'm in my second year and still continue to learn each day. There are great teachers across this entire campus who continue to educate on the virtues of privacy and more. And at Michigan, we take privacy of our data, privacy of your data, extremely seriously. I agree with Saul and Florian that we should be consciously thinking about privacy at all times as we think about all types of cool projects that come and go. And that's where, and this is, I'm speaking as an engineer here, having just engineers around the table is not the best idea. We want to have a collaborative team of people from various disciplines to think about consequences of all the different decisions we make, when we design systems, when we execute things, and we deliver and send products out to market. Thinking in terms of privacy, yesterday we had a big birthday. You recall anybody knows what the big birthday was yesterday? iPad, 10 years. Yesterday was 10 years. iPad also gave, while it gave us great tools to use and leverage, it also started generating enormous amount of data, and then gave a great source of revenue to Apple for the iCloud product that many of us use. A year and a half ago, 2 years ago, Apple was talking about letting us control the encryption keys for our iCloud storage. Whatever is stored in iCloud, it was up to you to control those keys, and Apple had actually announced publicly that they would no longer control that. And they have quietly taken that back, while the rest of us have been waiting. So Apple will not do that, what they had announced. Going back to the conversation on privacy. I don't know if you're familiar with a company called Clearview.ai, a small company, and very, very small company. What they have done is they've actually scraped about 3 billion pictures, yours and mine, from Facebook and YouTube and on, and many law enforcement agencies are using it. And the way the product works is you take a picture of something or somebody, and if you upload it to that site actually finds all the other pictures of that person and where they have been and what they were doing in additional information. They also have a product that they say they are not going to market, but they actually have these special glasses, augmented reality glasses, that they would like to start potentially selling. And what the glasses would do is if you're walking around wearing those glasses, as you see people, it will search that 3 billion database and identify that person for you. There goes our privacy, so be thinking about that. I can go on and on. Amazon recently patented a system where, based on your veins, it can identify you. So don't need fingerprint, don't need facial recognition, maybe your veins. Think about that. They already received a patent for that. And all these type of products, and that's why laws like California's law are very welcome. But I'm also concerned. I'm concerned because in the field of breach notification, there are 50 state laws. And we don't really want that. We want, hopefully, one federal law. So I'm encouraged to hear that there are conversations going on. And I hope actual decisions are made where we have one single federal statute law that allows us right to our privacy. And in closing, what I would like to emphasize is that, I do believe that privacy must be our individual right, but we have to also work hard to keep it and earn it. And that will only happen if we collectively work together in events such as these and beyond and make privacy happen at Michigan and happen in the world. So thank you.